was over right after they showed the new Killzone multiplayer. The new Killzone multiplayer looks really good, way better than all the entire Killzone, the other previous Killzones from Killzone 3 and Killzone 2 for PlayStation 3. So I thought it was over after that, but then just continuing on, just to wrap up Sony's conference, we have Assassin's Creed Black Flag, Black Flag live gameplay from the person was playing on his Vita. I don't know if it was the Vita gameplay, but since the guy was playing from his Vita on the stage, I assumed that it was for the Vita, and I assume it's probably going to be the actual gameplay for the PS3 when it comes out. This later this year. And some MMO, but not to mention that this MMO that I saw, I didn't really get a chance to see it, but I looked it up. That I didn't get a chance to see it because the stream was, I was watching the IGN stream and it was lagging, it was freezing sometimes, and sometimes the screen would blink during the stream, so it was freezing so much where the stream was trying to catch up, but it would just catch up and then it would freeze again. So I had to end up refreshing the stream, and I wound up missing this MMO called game called War Thunder. I didn't get a chance to see the gameplay. I don't know what it's like or anything like that, but I managed to look it up and only seen like a screenshot or two, but I didn't bother rewatching it, but I just missed it because the stream was lagging and freezing a lot for some reason as the conference came to an end. It was kind of concluding, but those were all the games that they showed. And the biggest, in my opinion, it wasn't no bombshell in particular that was announced. No little, some games that were announced to make you jump up and down in your seat, and just nothing to get really hyped for, in my opinion. But the only game I liked that was my favorite was the Shadows of the Beast game that they showed a little bit of a little mini trailer of some sort for that game that's coming for PS4. But the only bombshell in particular that was only announced was that they had a release date. They actually have a release date for the console for the PS4. So I have that it was announced that the PS4 will be coming out for in America, or North America, I would like to say, is for November 15th, and for those that are in Europe, November 29th. So, which is that was the only bombshell that they announced during the whole little stream. But none of those games were. I was expecting a little bit more games, but it seemed like most of their games were. They had some new games. I'm glad they announced new games here and there, and more Vita titles are coming out. And as I think about it, if I were to just think about it, I didn't really see any games that just kind of made me get really hyped for and just get all excited for or anything like that. But I'm glad they had a release date for the system. But when I think of the release date, it's 10 days after Call of Duty Ghosts comes out, because if I'm not mistaken, Call of Duty Ghosts comes out November 5th. But I actually pre-ordered the game Call of Duty Ghosts for PS3 because I had a feeling that it was probably going to come out later. I had the feeling the PS4 is going to come out later in the date, but I'm not going to wait till November 15th just to play Call of Duty Ghosts 10 days later, where most people are probably going to know how to play and everyone's going to be pretty high leveled and know the maps inside out, and will just be playing it on the current gen. But I think that I'm just going to stick with my pre-order for Call of Duty Ghosts for the PS3 for current gen, because I'm not going to wait 10 days later just to play Call of Duty Ghosts on the next gen system, while I'm pretty sure everyone's going to be playing Call of Duty Ghosts on the PS3, if I'm not mistaken, when it comes out right then and there, or maybe the Xbox 360 or whatever console you prefer. But I'm sure that no one's going to wait till the next gen consoles just to play the new Call of Duty. Everyone's going to be excited for that game, and as always, it's always a big hit with the midnight releases, and with the stores being mad crowded, with the a lot of stores being crowded, and everyone's going in to purchase their copy and just pick up their pre-order Call of Duty Ghosts. So I have a hunch that most of those pre-orders are going to be shipped to those current gen consoles, because they're going to be out. They're already going to be out right then and there, and I don't see a reason why just to get Call of Duty Ghosts for the PS4, because there's no exclusive content coming out for the game as I know of, and I thought they were gonna announce some new Call of Duty Ghosts coming for it, some new like DLC coming for the exclusively on next gen consoles, and I just don't see a purpose and a reason for getting the game for next gen consoles. So I'm gonna stick with my pre-order for Call of Duty Ghosts on the PS3, because it'll already be out, and I'm not gonna want to wait that long just to play the game. Once it comes out, I'm gonna try to get it on launch days since I pre-ordered it on the current gen. But that was the only bombshell in my opinion, was they had a release date, official release date over Microsoft. But overall, how do I think I did? How do I think they did? I think they did okay, but I think they're gonna probably do more at the Tokyo Game Show, which is supposed to take place in mid-September. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I know it's sometime in September at the Tokyo Game Show, so I'll be watching that to see what they do next, and maybe they'll show a little bit more about how the PlayStation Network functions and how the experience is, and maybe some new games that'll be surprise games, maybe some bombshells at the Tokyo Game Show. But I feel like just watching all these streams, the Gamescom live stream for EA and Sony, it wasn't really no major bombshells other than just that Sony having an official release date for their game console, and everyone knows when the console's going to be coming, and knowing everybody's going to get ready for it and whether they want to get. But I'll just have to see and go from there and see what it's like. But this is how I feel, and I just think that they did okay, and they didn't do like great, but they did fine in my opinion. I was expecting a little bit more from Sony than what they showed, but I would say they delivered, and they managed to bring out like some new titles, newer games, instead of just showing the same stuff. Even though they showed a little bit, some of the same games from before, but even though they just had newer trailers and newer gameplay footages on the games just to show how they look hands-on, and just to hype up the game since those games will be out during the launch, like Knack, Killzone, Drive Club, Infamous Second Son, and I wouldn't say Infamous Second Son because that comes out next year, February 2014. But just those games in particular, to get those games some hype for when they come out for the PS4. But those are my reactions. So I am kind of a little disappointed, but I was a little expecting a little bit more from Sony. But they did okay, and I enjoyed watching them. And I look forward to seeing what other games they come out, because I know Gamescom is still going to be all this week. So maybe we'll find out some newer updates for any new type of games, some new features, or maybe some newer updates in regards to the Xbox One, maybe regards to Xbox One, maybe the PS4 in particular, maybe some titles, new exclusive content, and maybe some surprise titles that they might leak during this week's Gamescom that they didn't show during the conferences. But those are my reactions. I don't know how you guys feel about Sony and EA's conference. Did you guys like them? What did you guys think? What were your favorite games? Or maybe whether you guys wanted to still get the new Call of Duty Ghosts, or maybe on the next gen or current gen, because I'm sticking to current gen because the game will be already out right then and there. So I'm not going to wait those additional days just to play a game on a newer console just because it looks better, but no additional content or new exclusive content being announced for the game. I just don't see a purpose there. But that's it for today's Gamescom. I'm gonna stay up to date with the newest updates and newest announcements. So this will be pretty much it for all my videos for Gamescom. But if I manage to find any kind of surprising news, some big surprising bombshells, some bombshells that they announced or something like that, maybe I'll make additional videos for those to talk about those, or some newer titles that's also coming out for the systems, the next gen consoles, or maybe the current gen consoles and whatnot. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. So I'll thank you guys for watching, for those of you who watched, and hope you guys enjoyed the conference, and let me know how you guys feel about the conferences.